Okay, normally, sorry guys, welcome. I was not on the correct page when you guys were all shouting out no sound. Hello, crafty friends, and happy Memorial Day to those of you who are here in the United States. Oh my goodness. Normally, the intro video plays and then it unmutes automatically for me, but apparently today it did not. And you guys, wait here. I just happened to see this one. Catherine said, "Gosh, she's on a roll and you can't hear." I am so sorry, you guys. I didn't even think to look down. Okay, I did. I was on a roll. I said a whole lot of stuff. So, welcome to everybody. If you're here in the chatter box, you know to let me know where you're watching from over there. If you are here on replay, let us know where you're watching from below. And any questions that I pose to my live viewers, I also love to hear from my replay viewers as well. The first question for today is, are you crafting along? If you are here live, all you have to do is type your answer, because right up here is the poll. All you have to do is type your answer on the keyboard. One, for yes, you're making mini notebooks. Two, for yes, but other crafts. And three, if you're not crafting along. And if you're on replay, don't put the numbers, because I'll never know later which poll or which question it was for. Just you can answer that in the comment section. Um, I think I have two drinks today. I'm double fisting it. I have water and I have a dirty Alani. And I did green for go because it's going to give me some energy, and red for the water. But I definitely think after the start of the video, I need a little pick me up. All right, let's try it again. So, I did have some comments that I would like to point out. So let's do that again. Welcome to Kathy. She became a member. Jay gifted 5 memberships. And it was when I went to my other screen to find out who those were gifted to that I saw everybody shouting no sound. So let's go up and see who got Jay's. Jay's memberships went to Dana, um, Mrs. Gigi, Rachel, Sherry B, and Grandma Karen. And then Erica, Erica also gifted 5 memberships, and hers went to, I know I was look goofy when I'm like looking on the thing, looking on the screen. Erica's went to Hawaiian Brat, Legal Lass, Sarah Saylor, Zena with Fire, and Marissa Adamson. Congratulations. And then Suzanne just came in and she gifted one to, that went to Carrie Lynn. Carrie Lynn. Let's give all of our gifters, and oh, I missed another one. And Erica gave me $10 and says, "Thank you for going live today." Well, thank you for joining me, and thank you for that super chat. That was a lot. That was a lot. So, um, cover your ears if you're sensitive, but I think that that deserves, all of those gifts and super chats deserve an air horn. All right. Thank you guys so very much for all of that. And if you are one of the lucky people who was gifted a membership, you will want to check out the membership tab after this live is over. Scroll down to the bottom and you'll start to see the links to the latest perks. And you can always reach out. If you go to the monthly member blog, I do have a members only email address for you that you can reach out to with any other questions. But you guys, let's see. So I think I told you it's a little bit of a different live stream. After I shared on Saturday that I was going to make some mini notebooks, you guys thought we should get together today to make them. So some things that you'll want to get out. I tried to share this earlier. I should have probably put up a post yesterday. But besides your prints, or if you don't have a printer, you can always pick out some pattern paper from your stash that you like. So grab your prints or your pattern paper. You'll need your notebooks, of course. And then you'll want a small hole punch, a hole punch that's about the same size as the holes that are in the notebook. Mine's a little bit smaller. I didn't have any, it was either like 1/8 or a quarter, and there was no in between. So I went with my 1/8 inch hole punch. And then you'll want some needle nose pliers and a laminator. Now, the laminator is optional. I'm going to show you some different ideas if you don't have a laminator. Um, If you have a mink, for foiling and you have laminating pouches, you can laminate with that. I've never done it, so I won't be able to show you, but I know that there are videos on YouTube. And then another thing I forgot is if you have binder clips, those will be helpful, okay? So if you have just like some little ones, if you want to get those out. I'm not sure if paper clips would work if you have those, but you could always give it a try. Now, chat, of course, has flown by. So just a reminder that uh-oh, it took my banners away. No, it didn't. As I am getting crafty today, if you have a question that only I can answer, maybe it's something I'm working with or sharing on screen, I want you to put question in all caps in front of your message. The rest of your message, please don't make it in all caps, but I just need that first part to stand out for me when I look over at the comments. Same thing with if you need my attention for something, like maybe it's not necessarily a question, but like when my mic wasn't working, but I think no sound in all caps worked for that. But that would just be more to get my attention. The way that I see my comments now, if you do like the at call me crafty Al, it no longer shows up highlighted for me. So it's really important that you do the all caps question or all caps crafty Al or all caps Alicia will work as well. But that way I can just look over and see those a lot easier. So I will keep that scrolling across the bottom of the screen as a reminder. And Nightbot, oops, Nightbot just let our friends here in the chat know that. And yes, happy Memorial Day to those of you who came in. Oh, Linda says she has a whole container of rainbow mini clips. So you could probably use them on the notebook, but we're just going to use them while we do the hole punches. But I do have some new news. Does anybody in the chat know where that's from? I probably said before, but let me know if you know where that's from. First of all, after we got off our live on Saturday, I discovered that it was the 20th anniversary of the Chicks, formerly known as the Dixie Chicks, Taking the Long Way album. I am a huge Chicks fan, so today I'm wearing my shirt from the Gaslighter tour, which I went to see them in 2024 here in Omaha. It was in the fall. Sorry, 2023. It was 2023 in the fall here in Omaha. And I had front row seats, one of the best nights of my life. So I did listen to, I bought their albums way before we even had a record player or a turntable in our house. So I played that. Presley was over at a friend's house Saturday night, so I played their album and listened to it really loud in her room while I did some computer work. If you are a Chicks fan, let me know over there or down there. Put Chicks in all caps. Um, Oh, Jill said, thank you for the members patriotic florals printable. You are welcome, Jill. And that is other parts of my new news. Yes, Sharon knew that is Travis Kelsey, the Kelsey brothers on their New Heights podcast. They have new news. So yeah. And the thing about the Chicks concert, my mom had passed away in May of that year. And I think, yeah, that, you know what, that was one of the last big exciting things I told her. I told her that I had gotten front row seats to see the Chicks in concert. And so it was, of course, a pretty sad bunch of months. And that was probably like the first time that like I was really joyous again. So it was just a great night all around. Yes, new news from the New Heights podcast. Yeah, front row, I was screaming every single word. Yay, Jill found a mini notebook. Awesome. Okay, guys. Um, let's go. I have some new news on my desktop. All right. Over on the left, earlier today at 9:00 a.m., the Sheetload Rewind Hop went live, and these are the 6 cards that I put together, and I only used one piece of pattern paper. So check that out, and then you're going to want to go see what everybody else on the team created. I have not had time yet to hop along, so I am excited after the live is over to do that while I have some lunch. And then over on the right, Jill already mentioned it, but on Saturday, my live, we made these 4 cards together, and they are all going to be on their way to a lucky live viewer. who won them during the stream, but I made these cards with some printables. So members have ongoing access to this. Just check out the membership tab. And if you were a subscriber, hopefully you watched that so you could get that limited time access to the printables for yourself. Oh, Leanne has watched the rewind videos. I love it. Great. Oh, and Deb too. I love that. I cannot wait to see it. Yay. All right. But let's go ahead and take a look at, oh, you know what? Yeah, Stephanie is here. Remember, let's see, I think it was on Saturday, somebody asked what kind of printer I used. And, we were talking about it, and Stephanie pointed out that the paper really makes a difference. And you guys, I was playing around yesterday, and I just want to show you how I'm going to prove Stephanie's point. Okay. Um, so I wanted to make some stickers. I like to make little stickers. And of course, I'm playing with the Creative Fabrica art. So, I set them up on, I have a whole bunch of half sheet labels. They're just really cheap half sheet labels for shipping. Oh, wait, these one though. And so I set these up and print them out. Those are cute. These are going to be cute envelope seals, right? That's kind of what I make these for on this cheap paper because I don't need them to be waterproof. So, they're cute, right? You guys, I moved on to white glossy vinyl sticker paper and just look at the difference. All right, because of course this is made more for like photos. So here, this, right? Totally cute, but check this out. Look at those. I mean, that is seriously, I use the same settings on this paper as I did on this, but you can see how just whatever you're printing on it onto makes a difference. And then I ran out of white vinyl stickers and I was still wanting to make some. So this is clear sticker paper, which, it's still brighter than my label paper, but it is a little bit more faded because there is no white background to it. Because the stickers are see-through. So, oh yes, and yes, Carmen has already spotted my little sunflower girls. When I was looking for clip art to do for today's notebooks, I'll show you in a minute, but I would search for like whimsical and put a word behind it. And for Carmen, I searched for whimsical sunflowers, and I got this set of cute little girls. So here it is on the shipping paper. These will be great for the back of envelopes. The other ones are for envelopes too, but look at that. Oh, all right. And then here we have it on the clear. But I did a few more sheets of those. Catherine asked what kind of printer I have. I have an HP inkjet. I do not know the model number. It's one that has like a copier scanner bed. That is not necessary. Probably any printers you get today. I mean, I would go with an HP or a Brother. Those are my favorite, but I know lots of people love Epson printers. Obviously, it's the paper, right? All right, I want to show you a couple others that I put together. So next up, okay, I ran out of white white label paper by this time, but next I did some summer icons on clear, and I did some spring book. I think this was whimsical spring books or something. And here, this was whimsical school boys. These were whimsical school girls, but well, you'll see it later which one I use. And then I finished off, you guys, with some rainbow pencils. And all of this clip art came from Creative Fabrica. And I'm going to show you here in just a little bit kind of what I do. Linda said, what brand is a vinyl sticker sheet? You know what, Linda? Let me go get the package of clear. Yeah, it's the same brand. I just went to Amazon and I searched for something that was cheap that got good reviews. I did go ahead and order myself some more of the white, but here it's Wee Lou. or Waylu. This is the clear, but I bought the same brand in white glossy, and I think the packaging is green. So, but let me show you a little bit about Creative Fabrica. Now, I do have some links in the description box, and Nightbot will be sharing them. I have a link where you get like 7-day free all access pass. And I also have a link if you want to sign up for a year. And I think the whole year right now is around $40. So that's $4 a month. If you buy one clip art from them, it's probably $1 to $2. So for $4, you can have the entire, probably millions of files collection. You can download to your heart's content. If you create stuff to sell, as long as you combine it with other stuff, or you have to change the thing. You can't just like sell the clip art, but there is commercial use. Now, I will warn you, and I talked about it Saturday. They like to sneakily get you to add on other years. Like right now, I think I have Creative Fabrica through 2029 because I keep hitting the wrong button, which I think is the X to close it out. And next thing I know, they have re-upped it. So fair warning on that, but I do pay for my own subscription. I do have affiliate links with them though, but I do pay for it on my own because I really do like it. But I'm going to show you what I searched for on Saturday. So this is the results for whimsical flowers. Now, I would want to, right now, this is 13,000 results. I do want to narrow it down to just graphics. So I have images, but they have embroidery, fonts, like lots of other stuff. And that gives me about 11,000. And then what I do is I just kind of scroll through here and just, look for some of these main images I like. I really like the blue and yellow on this. So it does open it in another tab. So let's go there. But this, you only see a few of the flowers, but there are actually 38 transparent pings, and you can kind of see them here. But then if you have their all access, you can just download as many of these things as you want. So I downloaded a lot the other day when I was getting ready, and just use one or two from each file. So I see a lot of you have Creative Fabrica and also have gotten tricked into adding. I think somebody else left me a comment that said that they have an account until 2029 as well. Yes. Yes. Carmen said she got confused with their commercial license for selling. Carmen, they have a really good page. I went and found a lot of information there. That's why the other day, like, I had to kind of point you guys in the direction if you wanted more of those florals that I made into the pattern paper, or that I made into a focal point for the cards. So they do have a great page. It kind of explains more how you can and can't use it. All righty. Trying to see if I got any questions. Okay, now let's look at what I printed. And I did see that Erica said glossy cardstock works pretty well too. Yes, that probably does. And I'm going to show you my prints that I made. Oh, but first of all, let me share you the products that I got out. So I just put all my stuff in a stash stacks for now. And I don't want to, these are my prints. I don't want to show you yet, although members got a grayscale sneak peek. But you'll want notebooks. And I got this 4-pack of 3x5 from Walmart. And then I went to the Dollar Tree Saturday when I knew we were going to make some more together. And I got the last two, I think they call these Jot Fat notebooks or something. I got the last two of these. They are 4x5.5. So just whatever notebook you have, you'll just want to measure the cover and make your art for that. I will have to tell you, I'm not too crazy about the paper inside of here, but for $1.25 and just a notebook that I'm going to write in and throw away when I'm done, no big deal. You'll also want a hole punch. I got out 1/8 of an inch. Like I say, you'll just want something that will fit in the holes here, as close to those as possible. Needle nose pliers. These are excessive with how long they are. This is just what I had in my room down here for jewelry making. So needle nose pliers. And then I bought these at the Dollar Tree, but you guys can use binder clips. This is just going to be like a a second set of hands when I go to do my punching. And of course, if you have a laminator, you'll want to get that out, get it heated up, which reminds me, I should probably have had mine heating up, but it'll be hopefully pretty quick. So if you need supplies, that's kind of what you need. Now, if you don't have a laminator, I have a couple other ideas for you. First of all, if you have any clear cardstock that you might have, purchased to make clear cards, this is actually a lot lighter than what I use for clear cards. I use this for shakers, but if you have anything like that, you could protect your print or your pattern paper with that. And then also, and I used some of this yesterday on my stickers. Oh, I'll have to get those out. But they sell self-adhesive laminating sheets on Amazon too. And this is just basically like a big piece of shipping tape that you can put over stuff to protect it. And they also sell like fun fractally versions of it. This is what I got, the plain stuff from Amazon, if you want to check that out. I haven't bought this in a while, so I'm not sure if that brand is still available, but probably just look for self-adhesive laminating sheets, and it will bring up lots of different options for you. Let me know, do you have a laminator or Mink? Let me know over in the chatter box, or none. Type in none in all caps. I got a laminator like back when I was a para at the school. I bought a whole bunch of stuff I probably didn't need, but the laminator on Amazon was pretty cheap. I do want to show you the different, what the different laminating sheets look like. So, okay, yesterday I made some laminated stickers. So pretty much like the envelope seals I just showed you, but I have my silhouette cut them all the way out, and then you would just get the stuff off the back. But like here is the forest with just the plain lamination on it. And then I have a package with the fractally stuff. Oh, yes, fuse. I did forget about that. Yep, fuse, laminator, Mink, both. Okay, a lot of you do. Oh, that's a good idea. Carmen says she has a Xyron laminator. You know what? I probably do around here somewhere too. But yes, that would work as well. Okay, so let me get out. So here is the same sticker, same paper, but on the fractal lamination, because you can kind of see the difference. This is a little bit thicker too. I went a little overboard yesterday making stickers and stuff. Oh, and then look, I made some of my logo too. Oh, looks like most of you have something. Tamara says she has a laminator unopened. Tamara, maybe today will be your push to open that up. All right. And speaking of laminator, I am going to go ahead and get mine heated up because I think that's what I'm going to do first. I'll let it heat up while I show you what my prints are that we can use today. So I'm going to be bringing in my little bit larger glass board. Actually, let's go ahead and turn off our widget, stop our poll. So 11% of you are crafting along with mini notebooks, 41% of you are doing other crafts, and 48% of you are just hanging out. I love it. All right, let's go ahead and hide this. But you normally see me use my 9x12 glass board, but for the laminator that I'm using, I need a little bit bigger. I like to make sure I protect my work surface because of the bottom of that laminator gets super hot. So, I have a cutting mat under here. I do not want it to melt or ruin my cutting mat. So I like to put a piece of glass between it. Mine also, I've had a few different laminators in my lifetime. This one, I've had 2 Amazon Basics, and then I had a Scotch one previously. I left the Scotch one at the school I worked at. Have no idea what I did with my other Amazon Basics, but this one actually has a wider opening. This can take up to 11 inches wide. The other one, the smaller one that I think I linked in the description box, is just a regular like 8.5 by 11. Because this can take 11 by 17 sheets. So the opening's just a little bit wider, but otherwise it's the same. So I'm going to turn it on, and I'm going to put mine on 5 mil. You just want to know what kind of laminating pouches you have. I honestly don't know. It doesn't say. I'm going to guess mine are 3, but I just want to make sure it's nice and hot. So I'm going to set that on my glass board and kind of push the whole thing back. And I want to show you the prints that I have today. What did I do? Here they are. So Erica mentioned glossy cardstock looks good too. So I wasn't thinking, and the first thing I did was I just printed my images on some accent opaque white smooth digital, and this is 65 pounds. So it's just what I use to run through my printer. It's thinner than like my layering cardstock or my card based cardstock. And these are actually good, right? I then remembered, oh, I have photo paper from Costco, a Kirkland photo paper, glossy photo paper. So last night I printed out on that, and this is what happened there. Now I will say the images look pretty much the same, but these are glossy. Now, if you are going to laminate it, you don't really need to print it on the printer on the photo paper because the lamination is going to make it glossy too. But I just went ahead and printed out both just to see the difference. So these are options for our little notebooks. I have the first sheet and then this. Oh, look, guys. I made one that was personalized for me. But this image is one of the whimsical school boys. And I would say, I think that this little person's kind of gender neutral. I think that could be a little schoolgirl too. So that's me with shorter, lighter dyed hair, holding my big rainbow pencil. And then this image was actually the full image of a stack of books, but I just made it higher and then I cut off the edge. And then I have my glossy version. And I do have all of the clip art that I downloaded to use for today. I do have it linked in the description box below if you want to go straight to that. Again, they are affiliate links, so I make a very small portion of the sale. It doesn't cost you anything extra, but if you want to just check these out, otherwise, just search for whimsical, whatever you're looking for. And then the last page, these are for my chunky notebooks from Dollar Tree. I just love that little girl. And then a rainbow forest. And I thought this was just a pretty floral image. And then I printed off on glossy as well. I'm just going to set the glossy ones to the side for now, and I'm going to laminate these. Now, you're going to get different answers on if you should cut and then laminate or laminate and then cut. So if you cut your pieces and laminate them, any teacher, anybody who has had to laminate for children in the chat probably knows this. But if you cut it out first and then laminate the pieces, you have to give enough border on the edge that the lamination seals back together. So that's the better way if you want it to last a long time, because then the edges have sealed. But then you have lamination hanging off the edge of your piece. So for me, because these are not going to be handled by children, I'm not going to be rough with it. If you were putting one in your purse, you probably want to cut and then laminate. But I am just going to laminate the entire sheets and then cut it down after. So it just, the edges could start to come apart, like it could peel the paper apart. But again, I'm not going to be rough with this. It's going to sit here on my desk. So that is up to you which way you want to do. Just keep that in mind. You could test it as well. Cut some first and cut after you laminate second. I gotta find my lamination pouches. So today I'm just using Scotch Thermal, but Amazon has lots of other options for these. I just happen to have this in letter size. I have some legal size pouches that are just like a generic brand from Amazon that I have used. So my laminator, oh, you can't see it, but it just gave me the green light that it is ready. And you can see in here, I have different size pouches too, but I'm just going to get out. Yeah, Stephanie wants me to have a dedicated notebook just for die cutting and embossing sandwiches. All right, so I'm just going to pull out 3 of these, and I'm going to laminate everything at once, and then we will set that laminator to the side to let it cool down. The pouches should be big enough that they're a little bit bigger than your piece of paper. And there is one sealed end, and that is always the end you want to send in first, okay? Always make sure your sealed end goes in. Because if you put in the open end, it could get totally jammed up inside. And we'll probably put together one of each size notebook together because we would be here all day if I tried to do them all. Oh, Stephanie's going to make her own sandwich notebook too. She says it took her hours today to work out shims for heat foiling, so you will need one. That is something I need to figure out and write down as well is, yes, heat foiling. I'm going to pull this back in. And again, the green light is on, so I'm going to get my open edge here. Now, if you have a smaller laminator that only has like a 9-inch opening for this side of the 8.5 by 11, you'll have to be even more careful, but you do want to feed this in as straight across as possible. Try not to get it skewed, but you just put it in slowly till the machine grabs it, and now that's just pulling it through. Nightbot just shared the links for Creative Fabrica, but again, keep in mind they get crazy over there. And before you know it, you'll be a Creative Fabrica member until 2050. I always re-up around the holidays, and sometimes you can get like an even better deal than the $40. And now we just wait while that goes through. I'll show you too once this comes out the difference between like this and the glossy cardstock or the photo paper print. Creative Fabrica for life. No kidding. I think maybe we all need to make a notebook for our sandwiches. All right. So once you can pull it out, you'll just do that, and then you can set it to the side to cool. But here it is laminated, and here it is on just the photo paper, and this is already glossy. This might be a little bit more vibrant, but I think for our purposes, this will work. But again, if you just have photo paper printed on there, and then this also adds a little bit of thickness, a little bit more durability to it. So set that to the side and put in my next one. I do usually like, when I send something through the laminator, I do like to give the laminator a minute or so just in case it needs to reheat up. Not sure if that's a thing, but just give it, maybe a minute between each one, and then you can send through your next piece. Yeah, we all need our sandwiches. And I did just see, you guys, where I said there are 90. Oh, there are almost 100 people watching. Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. I do have a request. If you have not yet already, hit that like button, smash that like button. Please do so. If you have a crafty friend, family member, frenemy, coworker, you know, who might like to join us, go ahead and share this video with them as well. I'll go do a we have, ooh, 68 likes, but now we have 102 people on here. So I think we can easily get 100 thumbs up. So please smash that like button if you haven't already. Free, quick, easy. Just press the thumbs up button right below this video. Suzanne, I didn't even see this. They sucked her into about 3 years. Yeah, me too. Me too, but I mean, like I mentioned, it's okay with me. I use it anyway. I love to go look through their fonts because you guys, fonts can be expensive. Like you could pay 30 to $100 for a single font. And Creative Fabrica has probably tens of thousands of fonts that if you get that all access pass, you can download as many as you want. Many of you always ask me about this font that I like to use for my die cut SVG sentiments. That's from Creative Fabrica, you guys. It's called De Augusta. I got that for free after I paid for 4 years of Creative Fabrica, but all right, again, I'm just gonna let that sit because that's done. Stephanie says she's thinking of making one with the binder disc so she can easily add, replace pages. Very good idea. Yes, if you have some kind of binding machine in your stash, definitely great idea. Oh, laminate frequently used pages. Love that. Yes, yes. Teresa says she loves all the fonts. Me too. I like a lot of fonts. I was I was doing something the other day. Oh, I was kind of messing around with let me get this started. I was messing around with my thumbnail. I'm like, I need an updated thumbnail, but honestly, my regular one tested better, just my old one. But I found a font that I really liked, but it didn't have numbers. So I had a really pretty, like, it was like a 4th of July card. So I had a really pretty TH of July, but the 4 was just like the plainest sans serif 4 you could imagine. So I had to type out 4th instead of making it with a number. But when you go to Creative Fabrica, you can always see what characters, if it has letters, numbers, all that stuff. And we have our last one coming through. And I told you I was going to shut this off and set it to the side, but what I think I might do is no, you know what? I will shut it off and set it to the side because I'm going to cut these out and then just to be safe, I'm going to run them back through the heat. Like maybe I'll run them back through on a 3 mil just to make sure everything is nice and stuck together, especially after I cut through the lamination. Linda, make sure again, Linda, because they might not know in the chat, if it's something specifically for me, scrolling across the bottom, make sure to put question in all caps in front of your message. I don't always have time to read all the chats and I might have missed it, but the font that I just showed is De Augusta. So DE and then like the month August with an A at the end. All right, so I am going to shut it off. And I got to make room over here again for this because I'm just going to bring the whole thing over here. Do not want to spill my water. Yeah. I'm going to bring the whole thing right over here and just let it sit. And now we're going to attempt to cut these and cut them straight. The lamination is slick, you guys, so this could be fun. And all I did, so if my image, let me see, where are the other ones? So if my image had a defined border, like if the image bled, I didn't put a border of any kind on it, but if it was just like an image in the middle, I don't know if you can see it, but I have a very light gray border, and that's where I'm going to try to cut. Now, I put mine together. I get asked this a lot. I put mine together in Adobe Illustrator. I use the Adobe products for like all of my design, photo editing, document layout. But if you don't have that, you could, I would say Canva probably has something that you can do. Google Docs maybe at the end, or Word. You just want to try to get your image the size you want. All right, so I did try to set these right above each other, so I should be able to slice and right down there. And I am going to, because the lamination It might not have been, my print might not have been straight in my laminating pouch. I can't leave my print back here to, hold it straight. So I'm just going to try to line it up with where I know my blade will cut. And then again, you want to hold it very firmly because this stuff is slick. Oh, Suzanne is making a mini composition book today. Awesome. Johnny's been watercoloring. Okay. And then if this is straight now, which it looks pretty good, now I can use this for my straight edge, but I will just double check it. And I'm going to take off all the outside edges. And now I'm going to cut each of these down to their final size, which these were 3 by 5. So I'm going to make a cut at 5. And then cut each of these at 3 inches. And I will have notebook covers for forever. I might have to, next time I place a Walmart order, get myself another little pack of those 4. There's probably not much chatting here. Now, because of the cost of shipping, I'm not going to be giving out a notebook today. Normally, I like to give out, like if I'm creating cards, I like to send out cards. I won't be sending out a notebook, but if you smash the like button and hang around until the end, I am going to let winners pick from the stickers and envelope seals that I made. So I do have something to send out. So make sure to smash the like button, you guys, if you want to get your own stickers. I will report back after I've had these for a little bit. I'll have to report back to say if the lamination came apart. Again, if you want them, if you're going to give them to a small child, or if you're going to use them a lot or put them in a purse, I would definitely cut first and then laminate, and then make sure that you leave room around the edge for it to seal. But that lamination can also be kind of pokey, even these are. So, if you're going to leave the extra so it seals, I would probably round that edge. Tyler says, as a high school teacher, he still loves stickers. Me too. Me too. I love it. I would always, when I was like a para in the library, I made stuff like to take in and like leave in the library for the kids. I love things. Oh, and like too, if I go to the Target dollar spot and they have like pretty pencils, I always had to buy those, and they were probably the crappiest pencils in history. The lead always came out and stuff. Welcome to everybody who's come in a little bit late. Welcome, Carrie. Glad you're here. Make sure to smash the like button, friend. Let's see. Oh, you guys, we have 104 thumbs up. So thank you so much. Keep those coming. All right, now this one, I actually messed up and I left a little frame from another thing on the page when I printed this, but that's okay. I'm just going to cut straight across there and then cut them down to the size. I'm going to go ahead. No, I will. I'm going to go ahead and cut down the edge. Oh, here I can kind of show you what I mean about sealing the edge. So if you look, hopefully, I don't know if you'll be able to tell this or not. Let me get something darker. Okay. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell. I don't know if you can tell, but there is like a bubble all the way around the edge of that cardstock. I don't know if you can see that, but if you do cut, laminate, cut, when you cut it off later, you have to make sure that you cut past where that bubble is. So, you're probably getting an eighth to 3/8 an inch away from your piece of cardstock. So you could cut your images a little bit smaller to allow for that, but that's just what I meant by you have like where it seals. It doesn't seal right up next to the cardstock. So that's why I'm cutting mine after. Erica said she is making the rainbow forest one. So adorable. Do you have a Creative Fabrica account that's good until like 2035? I think like each time I say how long I get to be a member for, I'm just gonna like change the year and make it outrageous. I think it's 2029 right now. um, all right, and then I will cut off that. And these were, I think, 5.5 inches tall by 4, the ones from the Dollar Tree. I don't know if I could pick like a favorite image from all of these. If you guys all act, well, you know what? I'll lay them out once they're all cut. I will lay them out and you can tell me your favorite image. Barbara is good until 2030. Yeah. But like I told you yesterday, I actually won a brand new Cricut machine when I accidentally got renewed one time, so that was nice. I also another time that I got renewed by accident, I got something else. Like I won something else. So they do frequently have like deals and giveaways. Like maybe I got credit for something. Like I got a credit on my account. I mean, there really are winners of those giveaways that they do. I am proof of that. Okay. Welcome, friend. I'm so glad you're here. Okay, I'm gonna lay these out. So here are bigger notebooks. Let me see if I can get these all in one shot. Gotta look up on my screen to see. So that cat, I think I can go up there. Let me know. what your favorite image is. So I'll give you a minute to get in your favorite image. I'm going to have a drink of my, this is my Dirty Alani. Carmen says, isn't my date to be a guest on Craft Roulette coming up? It is, Carmen. I know it's sometime in June, but I couldn't tell you what date. I'm thinking maybe the middle, or is it this coming Friday? Let me look at my calendar. It might be this Friday because I'm like, "Oh, I can tell everybody um about my." Oh wait, not this Friday, but next Friday, because I could tell everybody about my surprise Advent series. So, yes. Friday, June 5th. The surprise Advent series will have already started, but yeah, I will be on Craft Roulette. For some reason in my head, it was like later in the month. Like I thought it was the next Friday, so I'm glad you said something. All right, let's see what some favorites are. Lots of wow. I don't there now. I think I finally just found the first duplicate, but otherwise everybody's liking something different. So this is going to be fun. Okay, Ardith is this Friday. All right. Okay, let's oh, sorry, I took that away. All right. Let me look at these. Oh, this is so hard. I love the stack of books, how it falls off the edge. I love this one because it reminds me of Carmen. And I think for the bigger ones, I really do like the background, but I freaking love a rainbow, so I think that might be it. I could not narrow it down, so I had a few favorites. But let's, you guys, oh, I put these together on purpose. The 4. I'm going to bring back in my other prints because I want to match these up to make sure I get the same ones in a set. Oh, Stephanie says she thinks the girl with books was mentioned most. Yeah, that's cute. All right. So, going to send these back to the laminator. Don't know if it's going to help any, but just to be safe. Cool Johnny says the swirl rainbow is cool, and he knows cool. Yes, he does. He was one of my should we call ourselves co-stars, Johnny, of the murder mystery at Paper Ganza last summer, which is going to be Craft Roulette live this year, but I will probably be calling it Paper Ganza, so forgive me. Kind of a creature of habit. Okay, I'm going to bring this back in, and I am going to turn it on 3 mil and let it heat up. So this is a little bit cooler. We'll let that heat up. Oh yes, duh. Erica was a co-star with me. You were not forgettable. I just have a very short memory, but yes, I knew you, and then like Vicky is probably the only other name I can remember. But it was a fun times. Yes, we will call it Paper Ganza forever. Ooh, Carmen's heading to the kitchen to boil eggs and potatoes so she can make potato salad to go with barbecue ribs. Yummy. All right, so we're going to give that some time to warm up, to heat up. We could maybe should we do our first poll? Get your poll lights out, guys. Get your poll lights out, and I'll tell you what we're going to do our poll on. Yes, Cindy was excellent. She was Carmen some Wasn't her name Carmen something? All right, if you are new to my live streams, we love a poll around here. You guys love to give me your input. And this is going to be our first one for the stream. And what we do is we get our poll lights in the chat. I turn my poll light on. To turn your poll light on, if you are a subscriber, you can go to the emoji keyboard, start typing in POL, and it will bring up a little red siren. If you are a member, you have your emojis, your special emojis right at the top, and you can pick a colorful siren to add to that chat. So get those out. Yes, Carmen Grande. Yes, she was hilarious. Okay. Let me show you what the first poll is going to be. I guess is already ready, but I'm going to try to do 3 notebooks today. So from each of the pages that I printed, we are going to pick one for me to put together. So on this will be books, pencil, wings, Alicia. I'm going to get the poll ready, and then you'll type in 1, 2, 3, or 4. So you can be thinking which is your favorite, but don't give it away in the chat yet. It won't count until I have my poll up. So let me get in. We're going to type first notebook is books, pencil, wings, or Alicia. All right. So voting is now open. I'll give you a couple minutes. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Now, if you are on replay, let me know books, pencil, wings, or Alicia, which one you would have voted on in the description box below. Sorry, comment section below. Paula says she can't hear. Let me know if I'm silent again. To me, it looks like I'm still good, but let me know. Get your votes, and you got about a minute and a half. You know what? Let's play a little bit of music while you vote. Paula, if you can't hear, go out and come back in. Unless, you know what, Paula might be behind us and she might be at the beginning when my sound was off. That's possible. Ooh, and there are 115 people on here. Welcome, everybody. Make sure to smash that like button. Share with a friend. Right now we have 119 thumbs up, 118 on here. Love it. Keep those likes coming. Thank you so much, you guys. Who is up dancing? Jill is. Sign up for my email, guys. Know when I go live and anything else I want to share with you. Time is up. First results are in. I'm going to go ahead and shut my poll light off, but we'll have more chances to turn on our poll lights. Let me see here. Let's stop the poll and with 59% of the vote, it will be books. So I'm going to put these to the side so I don't forget. And I probably will turn all these in the notebooks, but this will be our first one. All right. Get your poll lights out for the second poll, my friends. All right. For our chunky notebook from the Dollar Tree, we will have the girl will be 1, forest will be 2, and flowers will be 3. But let me get that widget ready. Don't type in your number just yet. And don't forget, if you are here on replay, to let me know, girl, forest, or flowers. Does anybody have anywhere to be today? All right. Oh, no, I'm gonna delete that. All righty. Type in 1 for girl, 2 for forest, 3 for flowers, and I'm gonna give you 2 minutes to do that. And I'll see if I got a little bit different music. While you guys vote, I'm going to go ahead and run this one back through since this is heated up. I'm hoping that's not too small to run through this thing. It's kind of little. Cross your fingers, it comes out the back. And there. Says it sounds like we're riding horses or in a horse carriage. And a heads up, this stuff can be warm to hot when it comes out, so just keep that in mind. All right, you got about 30 seconds to vote. 1 for girl, 2 for forest, 3 for flowers. Song ended at the perfect time. The timer just went off. Okay, let's close that poll. And with 45% of the vote, it will be the flowers. So I'm going to set these to the side because, you know, in the past I've had you guys vote and then I just totally pick something random. So now I'm going to set those aside so I can't even do it by accident. And I'm going to go ahead and send that one back through. And get your poll lights back out, get them back out in the chat for our final vote. Hopefully we can get through 3. All right, on this last one. Oh, let me hide this. Are we going to do the cat, ice cream, sunflower, or flowers? I was gonna try to do bouquet, but I always have to spell check myself on that. Bouquet. So let me get that ready. Yeah, cat, ice cream, sunflower, or I'll try bouquet. All right, it might be wrong, so forgive me. All right, 2 minutes to get your vote in for that. So type in 1 for cat, 2 for ice cream, 3 for sunflower, or 4 for the bouquet. If you are here on replay, let me know which one you would have chosen down in that comment section below. And I have to go back to my other song. I only have 2 waiting songs on this stream. She's not out at her other accounts voting on sunflower. Hello, Tracy. These are from Creative Fabrica. I have one of those accounts there where I can download all I want. I have the different sets that I downloaded linked in the description box below. There are probably like 8 different things down there. You can check those out. Erica says she's going for cat with all of her accounts. Okay, guys, the timer is up. Let's see which one is the lucky winner. All right. Oh, and I'm gonna shut my laminate. Oh no, I can't. No, I still need it on for this final one. Widget. All right. With 47% of the vote, it will be the cat. So I will set these to the side. And Carmen, I know you want that one. I am definitely going to keep that one and make it into a notebook. All right. So I'm going to send my kitty back through the laminator. Let me know on your notebooks. Are you laminating? Are you using a clear cover? Or are you doing some of the the cold lamination, or like the self-adhesive lamination? Let me know what you're doing. Also, if your notebook came with a clear cover on the top of it, you could just put that back on. Yep, the cat. This one will work for add a cat, but I don't think there are any more parameters on this piece, because it was like a Z fold, so I'm definitely not doing a Z fold notebook. Okay, I'm going to again set this to the side, let it cool. Bring back in. So these are going to be the 3 notebooks that we're going to make. And where's my? So I have 2 from Walmart, 2 little 3x5s. Now the bottom of this is rounded, so I do need to do that on the covers as well, but this one is just right angles, and that will be the chunky one in the middle. This is when you want to get out your needle nose pliers. So on the spiral, there's this little piece that's bent, and that keeps it from unwinding itself, okay? So on just one end, it got stuck in there. The spiral got stuck in the hole. On just one end of that, you're going to take it and I should have probably went out and got some shorter ones. And you want to bend it straight. So see how now it's not underneath there, it's not protected. Now what you can do, no, you have to let this one get past, but then you can just roll that right out and hang on to it. Can somebody in the chat help out Betty, please, and explain to her how we get our little pole lights? Okay, so you want to just set that to the side and then do the same with your other notebooks. If you have multiple, if you don't, then you'll just do the first one. Sometimes you might have to help it with your hand. I worked at Kinko's, now FedEx office, for like 13 years, so we always had to undo spiral binding. We had to redo it. Christina, you definitely could clip those papers together. I'm going to try to be careful and not knock into them, but that's not what I got out my clamps for. But yes, you could definitely do that. Oh, there you go. So yeah, I usually tell people POL, but Mary said if she types in light, that pops up. That's a good one too. Thank you for that. And then our final one. The hardest part about these is you have to like get that end past where it, gets stuck in there, and then you can roll it out. But you don't want to do like wire cutters and cut it, because you do still want all that length, so that when we put them back together later, you still have some room to bend. Now you want to get out your clamps or your binder clips. So I got these in the craft section of Dollar Tree, like where they have the crafts. And it was a package of 1, 2, 3, 6 of these. I think it was $1.50 or $1.25. I can't remember. But you can use binder clips in the same way. And what I'm going to do now, actually, let's go ahead and round the corners of these first. I don't know. I have my corner chomper. I'm gonna try out the 1/4 and the 1/2 inch side. I don't know which will be better for the notebooks. Okay. I'm gonna do 1/4 inch because it's a little bit more than 1/4, but not quite half. So at the bottom edges only, I'm gonna use a 1/4 edge side and just round that, just so it matches the papers inside. And I don't need to do it on the big one because those are not rounded. Stephanie's moderating in the chat. And so she would like no naughty words while she's gone, because she won't be able to moderate them. I doubt you guys are putting naughty words in the chat anyway, but okay, now what you're going to do then is take one of your covers and put it on top of one of the pieces we laminated. You'll want to get them so the tops are aligned and they're aligned left to right. And then we're just going to put the clamp right on them. Now, you could definitely just hold this with your hand if you wanted, but now we know that this is not going to move around. Now, my hole punch, like I said before, I had like 1/8 of an inch, which is this one, or 1/4 of an inch. Well, this one's smaller than the holes, and the 1/4 inch, of course, is too big. You do not want to go bigger than your holes, because then you'll just have like just a big hole at the top of your paper. But what you're going to do is, so I don't know how I'm going to, you can kind of get that in the opening and you can feel if it is or not. But you're just going to go through and punch holes in each of those openings. And you can decide where you want to align it. You might want to hold it to the side so you can see that it's back where you want it. If you have a Crop-A-Dile, you could do that as well. I thought about using mine because it does kind of eat the hole. It's more like a hollow drill bit, but I thought that might get clogged up. Okay. So what I tried to do, the first couple I'm gonna have to fix, but I tried to make sure that the tip of my hole punch was down within that opening, and then I tried to always pull it toward me to get it lined up right with the edge of the previous one. Okay. And a couple of those stayed in there. I'm gonna cut that off. It's like the hanging Chad from the holing a long time ago. Okay. So now we have our cover for our first one. I'm just going to set that up there with the paper. And now I'm going to do that same thing on my others. Make sure the edges are aligned, or, you know, the spine kind of. This one's harder to see with that pattern. I will do my best on that. Oh yeah, that is really hard to see, you guys. I could probably flip it around, but there's slightly more room on this end between the edge and the hole than there is on this end, so I don't think it will work. But if you can flip yours around, if yours is like this, I would definitely say to do that. But I'm doing the same thing. I'm getting my hole punch in that opening and pulling it to the edge in the center of the hole. You can kind of feel when it locks down in there, and then pull it to the edge and punch. And if you have, my sister has a spiral binding machine. If you have one of those, or coil, we always call this coil binding at Kinko's, but if you have one of the machines that does this kind of binding, you could always punch your pieces to see if those holes line up. So here we have that. And the last one that we'll be making today is our kitty. And then we'll put it back together and do our giveaway. Remember, I'm not going to give away a notebook, but I will be giving away some stickers or envelope seals that I made. Oh, Carmen said she loves a pattern on a notebook, and then Linda had a great idea to upcycle that for a card. Yes. Where is that? You could definitely like use that. And you know, it might even be like kind of neat if you know how like sometimes you'll put notebook pages, you know, like a notebook page, cut something with a notebook page die. Hopefully that makes sense. And like the edges are torn, like you ripped it out of a notebook. You could actually leave the holes on there and just like cut through them or tear them. And good Carol is telling Stephanie that you all were behaved while she was gone. Thank you. Because yeah, I did not look at a single comment because I'm trying so hard to concentrate on getting these punched. Remember, put your punch in the opening and pull to the edge. Two more punches, you guys. Ta-da! All right, and now we have our cat with our holes. Got one hanging Chad here. Whew. Let's have a sip, you guys. Let's have a sip and a stamp of approval check. Here on my channel, we call them stamps of approval. That's when you give this video a thumbs up. Over on Craft Roulette, you might call it giving it a Vinny, smashing the like button, whatever. Please make sure to do that if you're enjoying the stream right now. You guys, this is amazing. We have 127 thumbs ups. Thank you so much. This to the side. Now, you're going to bring back in your coil and start at the you know, the end where you originally brought it out, and you're just going to feed that wire. This might be a little bit tougher going in, but you're just going to feed the wire back through. My getting the coil perfectly to feed it back through was not very good, so just going to want to feel it and get it through to the front. You know what? I'm going to try to make this It's still got quite a bit hump in there. I'm gonna try to straighten that out a little bit more. You might just have to help it. You know what? I am going to use this now to hold these. Keep the holes exactly where I want them. So maybe investing in some of those clamps is a good thing because that's working nicely for this too. Arlene, that might be tricky. Yeah, you might have to use a different kind of binding system. I know that Stephanie said that she was going to use disc binding. That could probably be done. Oh man, I was going so good. Now it's caught in this. There we go. And now I got to help the end back because the end was stuck since it still has a little curve. I had to help that back in there for this final one. Ah, we're almost there. Ta-da! So now the spiral is out. Now, once that's back out, take your needle nose pliers again and bend it like it was before. And I did notice that they have kind of hidden their end underneath the spiral. That's probably because those things were like dangerous, like the end of these spiral binds on notebooks. So I think now they hide them underneath the coil to make it easier, but you'll just bend it right back in and make sure we get it underneath the coil. There we go, you guys. Like it was made for that. And now we have a cute little custom notebook. Oh, that's so cute. That was a good choice on that one. All right. Now for this one, wow, my clamps, I don't know if, oh, okay. I have some bigger clamps. I'm gonna go see if I can find them because I definitely need help holding this together. So I'm gonna play a little video here while I go find those, okay? Wish me luck that it's not too difficult. I will be right back. All right, found them. So these also are from the Dollar Tree, but you can see the difference in size. I don't know if I got 2 or 4 in a package. I do have 4 total. I don't know if it's I bought 1 package or 2, but these open up much wider than the little ones, so I'll be able to get this notebook. And this one's thicker, so it's going to be a little harder to feed this through and get it correct. So I'm going to see if I can help it along. Oh, Alicia's out over checking out for us. 2 large ones and 4 small ones. So yes, if you're at a Dollar Tree, I mean, who would have ever thought that you needed these for crafting, right? But if you're by your Dollar Tree, check it out. I'm sure too, home improvement stores have them. Oh yeah, this one is much harder with how thick it is. It went through the first hole pretty nicely. And don't forget, if you don't have a printer, to get the images, you could always use pattern paper. If you have a pattern paper that you love, maybe you have, some small scraps of it left for the littler notebooks, you can always do that. You just want to measure your cover and then cut your pattern paper to that size. And again, you can laminate it or you can put a clear cover over it. And like I cut my lamination right at the edge because I cut after I laminated. If you want it to be more durable, you're going to want to cut, laminate, and then cut again. Oh, yes. Yep. Thank you. I should have known that. Yeah, it was 6 in the little one. But if you're going to cut, laminate, cut again, you got to make sure that you don't cut into the bubble around your piece. You want to cut into the sealed part of the lamination. But that should be a little bit more durable. Okay, and now again, I have to help that go by so I can finish getting that last one in. And you can kind of still see where it was folded before or bent before. So just bend it at about a right angle, make sure it's protected by that. And now you guys, our second notebook. Oh, Carmen said she found some chicken that she loves, so she's been making Caesar salads for an easy lunch. That is one of my favorites. I don't know, Carmen, are yours grilled or are they breaded? I do get breaded chicken tenders. Mine come from Sam's Club. They are, oh man, Country Pride, I think. I love them. So I just air fry a couple, cut up some romaine and put Caesar dressing and some Parmesan, which you guys, so I like the I think Ken's Steakhouse Caesar dressing, and I thought it was on the lighter side, but I think it was just low in sugar is what it was, why I thought it was good. Well, I went to make a salad over the weekend, and I noticed that for 2 tablespoons, that stuff is like 170 calories. So I'm like, I can't be eating. I don't know what I was thinking. So I found Ken's makes light Caesar. So I'm going to try that and see if that tastes okay. Cool Johnny says lettuce is of the devil. I have to I need to fill up my stomach with like something besides food. So lettuce helps me fill it up. All right, look how that one went through pretty quickly, but I just got to get that last thing over the hump. Now, if you did not craft along today, do you think that you would ever try a notebook? Let me know in the chatter box or down in the comment section below. Do you think you'll ever try to make your own custom notebooks? Go. Look at that, you guys. Aren't those so fun? And then I still have 2 more I have 2 more of the small ones and 1 more of the big chunky ones. And lots more covers. So I'm definitely going to make these. I'm going to add another round of these to my next Walmart order to get more of those. Um, Yay! I love that. So many of you. I love it. They're just the yeses are flying in. Yes, you could personalize this for whoever you're giving it to, what they like. Hey, I'm so glad. I love that, you guys. I used to do a lot more crafts like this, customize things, or I called it like altering, like what, 20 years ago, when I was first kind of into crafting and sharing it on the internet. My motto for a while was, oh gosh, if it doesn't move, alter it, but, crafty Al, so I highlighted the AL in alter. I used to buy so many things to, like, add paper to or customize, so I do enjoy stuff like this. My sister, I guess if you weren't here Saturday, you don't know what brought this up. So my sister was showing me how she was making, like, large, like, regular size notebook covers using Creative Fabrica images, and I'm like, "I wanna try that." So I'm like, but I would like littler ones, because I usually keep a little notebook here by me if I need to jot down a note. So I thought it would be cute to have some of my own. Um, I love it. Oh yes, done. You've covered pads. Yes, I've done that too. Yes. Holly came in late but loves what she's seen. Love that. Love that. Oh, I have done many and altered composition books. Yeah. Yeah, it's something like if it doesn't move, alter it, and then I have the AL highlighted. All right, guys. Um, what we're gonna do now, in case you did come in late, because of the cost of shipping, I'm not gonna give away a notebook, but I do have some other stuff to give away because I like to do those at the end of my lives. So let's recap what I'm going to give away. I think I will pick, let me see how many likes we have. We have right now, okay, we have 137 thumbs ups. Now, I know there are about 100, let's see, it says 102 of you in here now, but I know some of you have came and went. Some of you have given thumbs ups on other accounts or had like a loved one give me a thumbs up. If we can get to 150 thumbs ups, and even though only 102 people are watching, we should be able to do it because of the in and out. So smash the like button if you have not already. Right now, I'm going to give away 2 little prizes, but if we can get to 150, I'm going to add a third. All right. So smash the like button for me, and I will show you what the winners have to choose from in case you weren't here at the beginning to see what I was messing around with yesterday. So I was in the mood to print. I was in the mood to use my silhouette, and I made some stickers and some envelope seals. So I will show you those again. So I have the ones on just regular label paper, clear labels, and then white glossy. Now, I don't have all of them in all 3 options. Like, I ran out of white. I ordered more. So the winners will be able to choose from envelope seals or stickers, okay? Oh, good. Oh, good question, Kristen. Kristen says, if any of you make notebooks, is there an album in the Facebook to post a picture to? You know what? I was going to tell you to just post it to the inspired by other videos, but this afternoon, I will make a dedicated album. So give me a little bit, let me eat lunch, and then I will make a dedicated album. That way, it too will be toward the top of the albums list so you can add it. I would love to see what you're creating. All righty. So let's go ahead and look at these. So I have, oops, a second. And then we have our little schoolboy ones and some rainbow pencils. Now, besides these, I also have sticker collections. These are the same images. Let me get something else out to set these on. Let me just bring this in. So these are the same images. I have one set that has the fractal lamination and one set that just has plain lamination. So let me show you. So here's the same sticker with plain lamination or fractal. But I will show you what those look like, what's in the set. So you'll notice most of these are from the notebook images that you guys got to vote on today. So you can also get a sticker set. The ones that are laminated, the reason that I went with this is I thought since I couldn't send out a personalized notebook, I thought that maybe if you had a notebook, you could add these stickers to the front and personalize it that way. Yes, Kristen, I tell you what, I could not stop yesterday. Like, I finally had to stop because it was time for me to go up and make dinner, and then so I just cleaned up afterward, but I was a printing fool yesterday. So here are the options. Besides all, these will be stickers. We're going to call these envelope seals. All right, let me go see. Oh my gosh, you guys, we are one thumbs up away from 150. I know that there is one of you out there. You know what? Even if you're not in the chatter box, maybe you're just, sitting back watching all stealth, please go ahead and smash that like button. And, if you've been here the whole time and you haven't chatted, you can still hop on to win a prize from me. You do, of course, have to be willing to give me your address. You have to be at least 18 years old, subscribe to my channel, smash the like button on this video, but you can live anywhere in the world for these. Annette said, could these also be added to a water bottle? I don't know how well they'll last. You could always try it, Annette, but I'm not sure how waterproof they would be even with the lamination, but you could give it a try. Ms. Raven says, what did I use to fussy cut them out? So I have a silhouette machine, and there is a feature where you can set stuff up and then put an outline so it will print the image and cut the outline. And that's what I did. So yeah, I'm not fussy cutting those. I do have a scan and cut. I have not yet tried stickers on my scan and cut, but you could definitely do that. Yep. All right. Okay. Let's go see if we got to 150. Woo! Let's do cover your ears if you're sensitive. We are at least at 155 thumbs ups, you guys. Thank you so much to everybody who smashed that like button. Let's take one last look at what you can choose if you're the winner. So I have stickers in regular lamination or fractal. I do only have one of each, okay? So I have those. Otherwise, you can pick out a envelope seal sheet, and you can let me know, like, well, some of these are only like clear labels, but if like these images here, I have 3 different kinds, you can let me know which one you want. But let's I don't know if anybody just now came in and have not seen our notebooks we put together yet. I think we should take one last look at those before we do the giveaway, okay? All right, where are they at? So we just covered, and live viewers got to pick what went on the cover. We just covered 3 notebooks. So now we have just something fun. If you have a theme that you like. This might be my favorite. I love that stack of books. Okay, let me get the giveaway tool ready. Make sure to smash the like button if you haven't yet. Let me get the giveaway tool ready for this. Okay, again, subscribe to my channel, giving this video a thumbs up, at least 18 years old. You can be anywhere in the world. And what we're going to do is I'm going to pick the winners one at a time. And then as soon as my winner is chosen, I know there's a little bit of a delay between me and you. I need that winner to shout out in the comments what they want. And you'll also have to remember what you chose for the form, which while you guys are getting in your hashtags, I need to go make sure that form is turned on. But at the very bottom of the description box below, actually, I'll tell you about that here in just a minute. So you have in your mind like your favorite and then a runner up or two. Okay. Because what I need you to do, if your name comes up, you need to put winner in all caps so I see it and then tell me what you want. Okay. And I'm going to get, you have to remember it, but I'm also going to get a little sticky ready. Okay. Okay. If you would like to be entered into the drawing to win your choice of a little sticky prize, one time over in the chat box, I want you to type in hashtag notebook because that's what we did today. Hashtag NOTEBOOK. It needs to look exactly like it does on screen. You need the hashtag, no spaces. If you do happen to notice that, oh no, I left out the T or I added a space or didn't do the hashtag, go ahead and retype it, but there's no reason to spam the chat with it. Each account does only get one entry into the giveaway. So please only type it correctly one time. I'm going to play some music. You have about a minute and a half left to get in your hashtag notebook, and I'm going to go make sure my form is turned on so my friends can claim their prize. And don't forget, if you have not yet smashed that like button, go ahead and do that. All righty. Hopefully everybody got in their hashtag notebooks. I did want to give a shout out to Destiny 2001. Thank you so much for becoming a member.
Thank you very much.
Make sure to check out the membership tab. Scroll down for the latest links to all of your perks. And you can always reach out at the members only email address at the top of the monthly blog if you have any other questions. Thank you so much. All right, now remember, you need to be ready with your favorite and your runner up, because once the winner shows up on the screen, I'm going to put on my minute timer, and you need to have told me, otherwise I move on to the next winner. Now that first winner still gets a prize, but they don't get to choose in the correct order. I just want to keep it moving so we're not waiting forever to to find out what you want. So if you are ready with your favorite, I want you to type favorite over there in the chatter box. Okay, so I know that you're ready. The winner is going to put winner in all caps and then tell me which item they want. Okay, if it is one like, so if you choose the stickers, I want to know plain or fancy lamination. I won't make you type out fractal. Plain or fancy lamination. And if it is either the sunflowers or the schoolgirls, let me know if you want. Um, so remember, these each had uh, just plain label paper, white vinyl, and clear vinyl. Okay, so it looks like you guys are ready for your favorites. Oh, Destiny upgraded. Thank you so much. It doesn't tell me over here in the chat what you did. Thank you so much for upgrading, Destiny. I love that you love membership so much that you did that. Thank you so much. Okay, are you ready with what item you want? Let's add this back. Okay, our first winner will be, let's draw it. Good luck to everyone. Let me see if I can get the drum roll going. All right, Deb F., you have 1 minute to type winner in all caps over in the chatter box and tell me which item you want. And then we will pick the next person once Deb has done that. And then I will tell you all after we draw all 3 names how to claim. So give me a winner in all caps and which item you want. Gonna have a drink of my water while I'm waiting. I see we got, all right, Deb, oops. Deb would like the sheet with the books. So Deb, I'm assuming, oops, let me remove this for a second. Deb, I'm assuming that this is what you want. If I am wrong, I need you to put wrong in all caps over there, but this is the sheet that has all the books. So we're going to put your name on that one. You will need to remember what you chose when you fill out the form, okay? Just so I get the correct thing. Oh, good. Awesome. Everything is awesome. Cool. I will set this to the side. Okay. So now, if the sheet with books was your favorite, you need to get your second favorite in your head, okay? And we will pick our second winner, who will also have 1 minute to tell me what they want. Good luck again to everyone. Let's find our winner number 2. Remember, we are doing 3 winners because we got to 150 thumbs ups. Keep the thumbs ups coming. And I'm way late on the drum roll. Paula R., congratulations, Paula. You have 1 minute to tell me from what is left what you would like. So I will remove this so you can take a look here at what is left. I'll put the schoolboys over here. So Paula R., do all caps, please, winner, and which item you would like. You have about 40 seconds left. And thank you to everybody who was here to watch and enter to win. I wish I could send all of you something. I better put Paula's name on a sticky note so I'm ready. And then don't forget, I will tell our winners how to claim it once we've picked all of them. So Paula R. Oh, Paula R. I did not see. The timer went off. Oh, Paula, right in time. Ooh. Paula, I don't know. All of these are envelope seals is what I'm calling these. So I need to know which page you want. Please let me know ASAP. I'm going to give you just about 30 seconds. Which page of the seals that you want. Go ahead and put winner in all caps again in front of that. And again, if you want to check out Creative Fabrica, just be careful with what buttons you push so you're not, it's like the year 3000 and you're still downloading clip art. So Paula, let me know what you mean by other seals, please. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and move on. All right, I'm going to pick my third winner. Paula, I still don't know what you want, friend. I need to know what you mean by other seals. I'm going to go ahead and pick our third winner. And to my third winner, make sure you're ready with like the design, like what's on there, okay? Which you want. All right. Okay. So, I mean, just describe it. Girls, summer. These are boys, but they could be either sunflowers or pencils. And if you want either of these, I need to know what stock you want. But I am going to go ahead and pick our third winner. So be ready with what you would like. All right, this is the one I have with the butterfly, Paul. So I'm going to put yours on here. When you answer the poll of what you want, I want you to put summer seals. Oh, where did I put the other one? Okay. All right, we're ready for our third winner. Good luck to everyone. All right, I'll try the drum roll again. Oh, Carmen. Oh, Carmen. Let me remove. I can almost guarantee maybe what theme, which of the pages you'll pick, but you'll have to tell me which paper. But who knows? Maybe you will want something totally different. But Carmen, which would you like? I'm going to guess it's probably a sunflower. If you do want sunflowers, let me know if you want the plain label, the white vinyl, or the clear vinyl. Make sure to put winner in all caps. Yeah, I think we all have an idea. Okay, sunflowers, white vinyl. So these girls will be on their way to Carmen. All right, now, if you were one of the lucky winners, you know what? We're going to pick one more winner. We are. Okay, let's look at what we have left. We'll pick one more winner because honestly, I was probably going to send those to Carmen anyway. So let's pick one more winner. Here's what we have left. So we do still have some sunflower girls, rainbow pencils, stickers, or the envelope seals. Okay. So let's get us one more winner. Now, if you're here and we're doing one more winner, if you have not yet smashed that like button, you need to do that. All right. All righty. Let's find out who our fourth winner will be. Okay. Good luck to everyone on this final one. Polly and Polly, you need to do the same thing. I need you to put winner in all caps and let me know what you want. Please describe the sheet. All right, so what's on the sheet, or if you want the stickers. So you have about 50 seconds left to get those in. I'll make you a sticky note. And thank you to everybody who is congratulating all of our winners. That is so kind. Here's a sticker set. All right. So Polly had winner. I do not know what frackle is, Polly. You're gonna have to maybe tell me something. Oh, did you want the fractal? Got you. You want the stickers with the fractal, sorry. Right, Polly, these? Awesome. I will get those put back in a little baggie, and your name will go on those. So now I will tell you how you're going to claim them. If you were one of the lucky 4 winners today, down in the bottom of the description box below, at the very bottom, is a link to a form that says something like, "Did you win today's card or project?" You need to fill out that Google form and submit it within 24 hours. A couple of the questions are which stream or whatever, what day was it from? You can just put Memorial Day stream or notebook stream, and then you'll tell me what prize you chose, okay? Just so I make sure to get, I know I have my sticky notes on here, but those could always come off. So you'll tell me what prize you chose, and then I will send those off. They will eventually go out. I was pretty quick this past week with getting some out, but I will get those mailed out. You do have 24 hours. I will not track anybody down, so make sure if you're a winner that you have filled out the form in time. Um, if you have any final questions, now is the time to get those in because, guys, we're going to say our goodbye soon. Thanks again to everybody who was here. I hope you had fun. I hope you're going to give those notebooks a try. I will make a special album for our notebooks. You can show me what you make. And this afternoon, I will probably go ahead, since everything is already out, I will probably go ahead and finish up some of those notebooks. So keep an eye out for a picture of those. Yes, you are welcome. And yes, congratulations to all the winners. And thank you to everybody who was here to smash that like button. Ooh, Carmen said been blessed this week because she won in another group. That is awesome. All right. So any final questions? Oh, I almost forgot you guys. This morning, I set up the live stream to announce the winner of my winners, I guess, of my spring advent series. So in the description box below, underneath the related videos, there's the link to Saturday's live stream, the rewind, my video for the rewind, which make sure to watch mine and then hop along to everybody. And there's also a link to the live winner announcement stream, which will be Saturday at 10 a.m. Central. So you can set a reminder to join us. I will also be sending out some emails and doing some posts here. Now, you do not have to be live to win, but you will have a certain amount of time to claim your prize. So make sure if you can't join us live that you watch it very shortly after that, okay? Thank you. Yes, yes. If you're doing something special for Memorial Day today, I hope that you're all having fun. We kind of did like our grilling yesterday. That's kind of common to like grill. I didn't drink any beer though. Oh yes. Thank you, Stephanie, for being here. Hope you get good sleep tonight. I think I think that's it. So make sure to subscribe, ring the bell for all notifications so you get a notice when new videos are posted. And until my next video, you guys, I hope you're all having a crafty day. Bye-bye.